When I thought about the fact that I was shipping paper over from America, like, hello. Over 6 months ago, I decided to make the switch from paper planning to digital planning. I know that most of you watching this will not consider that to be a big switch, but if you're anything like me and you've loved paper planning your whole life, you'll understand that that was a big decision. I wasn't sure if I would like it, to be very honest. I mentioned in this video that it would just be a trial, and if I hated it, I could always get rid of my iPad. And I still kept my beautiful Louis Vuitton ring agenda because a part of me kind of hoped that I would want to go back to it. But here I am over 6 months later to tell you that I don't think I am going to go back to it. I am obsessed with digital planning. So in today's video, I am going to be telling you 10 reasons why I personally prefer digital planning to paper planning, and the reasons why I don't think that I will be going back to paper planning. If you're new here, my name is Ifeyinwa and I make videos all about fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I also upload vlogs on Sundays. I would love to have you join my family here, so if at any point in time you are feeling the vibe, please consider subscribing. Check out some of my other videos, and of course, if you find this video useful at any point in time, please give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. The thing I love the most about digital planning is how customizable the solutions are. No matter what kind of person you are, you will be able to find the perfect digital planning template that works for you. There are thousands of templates that exist across Etsy, Pinterest, free versions, paid versions. It was actually quite overwhelming, just the possibilities alone. Luckily, I didn't have to search for too long. I ended up going with a company called Dash Planner. This video is not sponsored, but I will link the exact company down below. And I love their templates because they're actually really, really simple and very similar to the sorts of templates that I was already using back in my paper planning days. And the great thing about the template that I bought from Dash Planner is that there are so many different layout options that you can choose from just within the template that you've already bought. So you can add in different trackers for different things, add in blank pages if you want it. When you're paper planning, if you want to look for a specific picture or a specific sticker, you really are quite limited to whatever you're able to physically get your hands on. But with digital planning, you can go on Pinterest or on Google and get any image of anything in the world and put it in your digital planner. And it can be so specific. I'm the kind of person as well that I was drawn to the aesthetic of things being very neutral, very minimal, very clean. I think I talked about that in my last paper planning video. Living here in the UK, the companies, at least that I know, that offer those sorts of sticker solutions, most of them are based in America. And I actually ordered stickers and all this like dots and all that from America. And honestly, that just seemed so wasteful. Like when I thought about the fact that I was shipping paper over from America, like, hello. However, now that I can order all these things digitally and I still get the look and feel that I want, it's just so much easier, so much faster. And again, just opens up so many more options for me to customize my planner exactly how I want. And of course, if you're the kind of person who just, nothing exists, I need something very specific, you can I don't know if it'll be easy, but you could definitely create your own template as well. The second benefit to digital planning, at least for me that I've observed, is just the paper saving. The way that I did my paper planning, I was not printing on dated inserts, so I wasn't wasting paper in that way. At the end of the day, when the year's over, all the paper that I've written in, I would recycle or get rid of or store away, and ultimately that is a waste of paper. With digital planning, whenever you're done with it, you can literally just archive it, save it, and you don't have to worry about the paper implications of that. And from that perspective as well, something that also ties into that quite neatly is, of course, storage. So I'm the kind of person that actually has kept my journals and my planners over the years. It's a storage issue, right? But with digital planning, you can literally just keep them on your digital device or save it to the iCloud, and you don't have to worry about actual physical space, which I always consider to be a huge positive thing. Another huge benefit for me has been portability. I have the A5 ring agenda. That thing was so inconvenient to transport. I work from home primarily, but on days that I had to go into the office, it was just such a nuisance. I did not want to carry that thing around. It's so heavy, it took up so much space in my bag. So what I would end up doing is just taking out like a sheet of paper that I needed for that day, and it just didn't work. Sometimes I would need to refer to things that were earlier on in my agenda, especially for taking notes as well. With my digital planner, again, super portable. I have the iPad Pro. It fits in the same bag as my laptop bag, so it's very convenient, very lightweight, very easy to take around. And if you had an iPad mini, that would even be even more portable. With your digital planner, you could also use it as a notebook. Everything is just in one tablet form, and from that perspective, it is just so much easier to carry around if you're the kind of person that likes to work on the go into the office. I definitely think that you will find it a lot easier to transport just the one iPad as opposed to your planner and your notebook and the notebook that you used last year that you might need to make reference to in a meeting. Like, it's so much easier. Another thing that I think would possibly not bother most people, but definitely bothers me, is the ability to just neatly erase something. Like, I love that. One of the things that I really struggled with planning is because I always liked my planners to look neat and really tidy, and sometimes if I made a mistake, just having to cancel that out would bother me. So at one point I was writing in pencil, and it's just annoying. Okay, being able to very easily erase your mistake, highlight things, unhighlight things, moving things around. If I've scheduled out to do a task today and I'm not able to do it today, I can literally just copy and paste that task from that day and put it on another day, and my journal just looks pristine all the time. If I need to scribble down notes really quickly, I can go back in and rewrite it and it looks neat. I don't have to worry about my journal looking messy. If you don't like your handwriting, I think that you'll really enjoy digital planning, because with digital planning, you can type. Another thing I found really useful is the ability to hyperlink within my journal and just within like digital note-taking in general. So whenever I would make notes, obviously on paper, especially if you're making reference to a particular website, you can't really do that very easily within paper planning. But just being able to copy and paste a link and put it directly into your planner and then be able to make reference to that, it's so amazing just being able to do that. And even being able to copy and paste text directly from the internet into my notes is just so invaluable. I think in the long run, it's also going to be more cost effective. Now hear me out. I can already see someone typing, you know how much an iPad cost? Yes, I hear you, okay? But let's bear in mind the fact that, first of all, you don't have to have the newest and greatest iPad. I'm pretty sure you can use a tablet from any other brand, and I'm sure they're way more affordable brands. But let's even stick to Apple, because that's kind of what I'm familiar with. You can digital plan with the cheapest iPad that's available, which here in the UK is £430. And then you could buy the basic Apple Pencil, which I think is about 100 and something. Once you have that, that's your only cost that you will need. You don't need to buy inserts or stickers or any of the things that make digital planning fun, right? You can essentially find a free template, find free stickers, do everything else free from here on out. But once you have a paper planner, you have to obviously buy the planner, and then every year you'll have to buy new inserts, the cost of the actual stickers and all the fun stuff, the markers, the pens, all of that. Once you have the upfront cost of your iPad, that's the only cost you need to incur when it comes to digital planning. I also think that most people are not just buying an iPad for the sake of digital planning, so it's not really fair to attribute the entire cost of your planner to the cost of the iPad. For me, I would say that I use my iPad maybe 30% for digital planning, web browsing, consuming media, shopping, all the other stuff that I do online would possibly make up the rest of the 70% of what I use my actual iPad for. From that perspective, that was actually cheaper than the cost of my Louis Vuitton agenda. Of course, that would vary from person to person, but that's kind of how I've been able to rationalize it personally. I've actually decided that I'm going to sell my agenda because I haven't used it this whole year, to be honest. It kind of has helped me to tie in my whole calendar into one place, because what I do now is I will have my Apple Calendar up on my iPad while I have my digital planner. It's all in one place, and I'm just able to very easily like copy and paste things over when I'm planning for the month. Whereas my default before would be to manually write that into my paper planner at the time. And that for me was just a little bit more of a faff. Everything is in sync and it just makes more sense, especially because if I get a reminder for an event or something, it pops up on my iPad, which I use for digital planning. So everything is kind of in one place as opposed to having to go from digital to analog and vice versa. Obviously, if it could be more seamless, that would be even better. I would love if I could sync my Apple Calendar to my digital planner so that if I put a task in my Apple Calendar, it automatically populates on my digital planner. I know that's not a possibility, but that would be great to see. But for now, it still works a lot better than it did before, if that makes sense. So those are pretty much all the reasons that I've come up with. Personally, there are still quite a few things about paper planning that I miss. For instance, I just love being able to write things down like with a pen and a paper. I think nothing really quite beats that actual tactile feeling. It's nice to be able to, you know, smell the ink and all that kind of stuff, but ultimately I think that the pros for digital planning far outweigh the pros for paper planning personally. Let me know whether you prefer digital or paper planning personally, and let me know if there are any reasons that I've forgotten to mention or any that you disagree with, and I would love to hear your opinions. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Also check out some of my other social medias. I'm on TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest as well. And I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. Stay blessed, stay safe, and take care. Bye.